Well, guys, Clyde is not in the Christmas spirit at all. Are you, Clydey? All right, put your hat on. You gotta be Santa. So, to get him in the Christmas spirit, we are going to... Let me back up so you can see this big beast. We are going to make some Christmas ornaments. But Clyde, can you say on with the show? Clyde had a rough day. He's trying to sleep. He had a very rough day. Full day of sleeping and eating. Very rough. Oh, Jackson. Jackson. Jackie, you want to make your appearance? All right. Here we go, guys. Hello, hello, hello. I'm back. She's back. So today I am going to do a fun little thing. I'm going to do a inexpensive project because I know a lot of people can't afford to do the big super duper canvases, and so I thought I'd do something for the holidays that would not cost a lot. You can give them as presents. I would be so happy with one of these as a gift. So basically what I have here are some wooden tree slices that are meant to be ornaments for a tree. The sticks you see sticking out, they are protecting a hole that had a piece of twine going through it. So I removed that because we do not, if we want to hang them on the tree, we do not want to fill that hole up, right? So I got them at Michael's. They were $2 a piece, but all the ornaments were 50% off. So it cost me $4. I got a small kit of Envirotex. Now, let me talk to you about resin for a second, because everybody's into the stone coat and the art resin, you know, non-yellowing, this and that. My feeling is, if you're not a serious artist and you're not really selling your work, you're just doing this for a hobby, my feeling is that it's okay to use stuff like Envirotex. There's plenty of artists out there that start off with Envirotex, and once they get more comfortable with resin and they know they like to do it, they like to do this kind of art, then gradually they work their way up to getting a more expensive resin. Now, Envirotex will tend to yellow. Supposedly, I haven't experienced this yet. What I've heard, and you know, there's a little cheat sheet out there, I believe, where somebody did a test and they made little clear circles of the different brands of resin, and it showed Envirotex that it yellowed over time. The thing is if you're making something like I'm going to make with all dark colors, it does not matter. You're not going to see. And another thing, too, is unless you're hanging your painting right in the window where there's bright light blasting on it all day long, sunlight, I don't think it matters. This is my personal opinion and my personal experience. So for something like this, I went and got the small kit at Michael's. I got it with a coupon. It was $8. So for a total of $4, $8, so we're up to $12. You don't have to buy the fancy pigments like I use. You can use things like acrylic paint, spray paint, nail polish. If you're just starting out and want to try this, this is a good little thing to try. Nice and cheap. And you give one to each person. You know, us adults, in my family anyway, you know, mothers and grandparents, maybe you buy them something. But if you have a favorite cousin and you don't want to spend a ton of cash, I personally think that it's nicer to get something that's handmade. There's more heart behind it. But that's just me. So what I've done is I've mixed up my resin already. I have my colors in the cup, and I'm going to pour the clear resin in. I'm going to mix them up, and I'm going to come back and I'm going to show you the colors I'm using. I'm going for a peacock theme because my tree this year is peacock theme. The backs I did tape off. I put these are little lollipop sticks. I just wrapped a little tape around it until it was thick enough to clog the hole. Now the important thing is you have to remember to remove this, or else it's going to cure inside there and it's going to be horrible to get out. It will probably break, and then you're going to have to either drill another hole or use it as a coaster. Another thing, these could be used as coasters. Just remove this stick and resin right over the hole. Fill it in with some resin and resin over it. You'd be good to go. What I did do, because it is live wood, and I don't know if this is going to be enough, I may get air bubbles. I just sprayed them with some polyacrylic, the water-based one. I may get air bubbles, I may not. I didn't want to put a lot of prep work into them. I just want to kind of pour on them and see if it's doable. So let me mix up my colors, and I will be right back. Alrighty, so here we go, colors. First of all, I'm using the black base tint by Stone Coat. This here is Appetite Blue by Rez. Is that not sexy? Come on now. I know some of you have seen this, but anybody who new watching, the metallics by Rez are incredible. Well, all their colors are incredible, but these metallics just do something for me. This is the Peacock Dance. This here is the Molten Gold. This gold here, if you take this gold and lay it in a straight line, or not even a straight line, just in a line formation, it makes these I'm going to try to do some in these ornaments. It looks like after it's cured, it looks like it's popping out of your work, but it's totally flat. And it creates like this little line going down either the edges of it or down the center. It's really beautiful. To me, the best gold out there. These are two new colors for me by Resin Art. This is the Seagrass. And this is the Red Plum. All right, so I'm going for a nice, I don't know how to, they're kind of peacock colors, but more of a dark, sultry type of design. So what I'm going to do first, and I hope I mixed up enough resin here. Thought I did, but I'm looking now and I'm getting a little nervous. I'm going to put some black down on these first. I'm just going to start off with a puddle pour right in the center of them. And because they are wood, they're not completely level, but I'll have to deal with that. And it looks like I could go a little bit more with the black. Just want to be able to have enough to spread it out a little bit on each of them. The holidays are fast approaching. Boy, let me tell you, I have made so much stuff for the holidays over the years, and I continue to make it, and I really need to stop. I have nowhere to store it now. From, I made my own manger, to wreaths, to just, wooden snowmen statues with lights in them. You walk into the craft store and you see these cool things that you could design yourself, only $5, but they're so big and take up a lot of room, and I just really need to stop now. And I really need to start putting some effort into selling some of this art also, because it's getting a little out of control. So I'm just kind of just spreading this out a little bit. Now, as I said with the stick too, you're going to have to babysit it. Make sure it doesn't, you know, cure with it in there. I would say probably about 2 to 3 hours. Well, it depends on the resin you're using too. Art resin and stone coat tend to stay fluid longer. So you'll just kind of have to judge that yourself. When you feel like it's not moving anymore and it's safe to pull that stick out, then you can. And I have some other good news. I'm buying, not new, used, a computer that has built-in editing software on it. And the owner of this computer is a pro at it. So he is going to come over here and teach me it. And, you know, it's not new, but he says it'll work just fine for that. And that's all I need it for. So I'm taking my money that I earned from my live, the donations, and I'm buying that. And I'm hoping to give you guys a lot better quality videos. So I'm super excited about that. So I want to thank my sponsors again. Anybody that has bought an artwork from me, you guys totally, totally rock. You really do. I did not expect that to happen at all during my live, which I have to do another one of those too. That was really fun. I wanted to do something that I could just take my time doing and interact with you while it's going on, you know. I don't want to do something that I'm under pressure to make sure that the resin's not curing and all that. So do it very soon. Or maybe I'll just sit down with Clyde and we could do like a Coffee with Clyde episode. All right, so I'm going to torch really quick. Definitely need to add some fuel into this little thing. And basically what I'm going to do is just start laying the colors on, like stringing it on. No particular plan or anything like that. So let's see. Let's start with the blues. You know, I forgot to mix up a purple. Oh, it's a little too late for that now. All right, so here comes some blue. This is the Apatite Blue. Really, really beautiful color. Trying to get that little spot there. All right. I find my design comes out better when I do like a blob of color and then kind of just trail it out like so. Okay, that's enough for that one. Now I'm going to do the Peacock Dance. I'm trying to put them a little close to each other here, the colors anyway, so that you can see the differences in the blues. The peacock has, you know, more of a green, teal color to it. They're just, I love them. Absolutely love them. Okay, that should be good. Okay, I'm going to save the gold till last, so let's do the seagrass green. I'm debating whether or not I want to try to swipe them or just, I'll probably just blow them around. I think the swiping works better when it's a larger area where you could really pull that color out. These are so small it would be hard to really pull it out, if you know what I mean. Okay. And then last will be the red plum. Okay. All right. So again, we just torch these. When you're going to heat them, you really don't even have to torch them. Bad habit. Well, not a bad habit, just a habit. I like seeing those little bubbles pop. Although they will pop with the heat gun too. I just feel like the flame does it better for some reason. I don't know why. Don't know if that's even true, but that's what I like. So let me put the heat on. Let's see what we can get. I use this little stick to hold on to it. And what I want to do is just stretch them one at a time here. Got some really pretty effects here. Really, really pretty. Can't wait to show you this one. Wow. I'm going to try to coat the sides the best that I can. I hope that the sides, the design stays like that. That's really pretty. Okay. There's one. I just got to watch it because, like I said, they're not exactly level and I don't want it to slide off. If it pulls this way, it's okay because it'll stretch those cells out. All right, let's move on to the next one. I'm going to heat them all and then work on them, stretch them out. All right, that's it for heat. Now I'm just going to stretch them. Another thing I meant to say about these wood pieces were, see that little piece of bark sticking up? You could trim that off if you want to. You don't have to. It's an ornament. But if you want to, you can. I'm just using whatever's on the table here just to coat the sides. Once I start putting the gold on, I don't want to have to move them too much anymore. So, got a little super tilt going on there. Okay, and last one. Yeah, those are really, really pretty. Okay, so let me just rip off my gloves for a second here. Now it's like I don't even want to put gold into this. All right, so this one I am not touching. I absolutely love that one. This one here I may do a little more work on. I still have some resin left, so why not? I feel like it needs a little bit something more before I add the gold. So what I'll do at this point is like right this section. Wow, those gloves look huge. Got a bunch of air in my fingertips. This section I don't like here. What I'll do is just like a little mini puddle pour and blow it out again to see what I can get. Just put a little black there and there. I feel like there's a lot of green in here, but not enough blue, so I'll add some more blue. The peacock blue, peacock green, no, peacock dance. Whoa, I don't have any more of the apatite blue. Let's see if I can get a little tiny bit out. That's enough, right? And a little more of the red plum. Okay. Let's move that around and see what we get now. So I have some cells coming here, so I'll leave it alone, see what happens. I do see cells starting to form, so I'm sure it's going to, as it sits, it'll spruce up a little bit. Yeah, they're coming. All right, so now I'm going to add my gold, and we will call these done. So what I do is I look at the image and kind of find a pattern to follow. Like this one, a lot of the lines are going upwards. So I may just have the gold follow suit. have just a little one over here coming inwards. I'm kind of just drawing with the stick, dragging it through the colors. This one here I have to be careful with because I really like it and I don't want to screw it up. And this one celled up beautifully that I just did, so I'm happy I did that little pour there. All right, guys. I think I'm done. I think I'm going to take you in for a close-up. Let me just add one little more area here. Actually, I wanted to connect this here with this. And then do another here. Coming out. So I like to connect them into a certain point. Let's see. I'm starting off of the project, letting the resin drip onto my table. Because when you pull it out of the cup, it's a big blop at first. So I let that happen on the table, and then the thin lines come in. So now here, I'm going to do the same thing and connect them all to that point. And now here, so here, I'll show you what I mean. Let it drip off, plop here, and then nice thin lines. See how nice and controlled that is when you do it that way? Perfecto. Okay. I am done. Let me spark them up one more time and I'm coming to get you. These will make a beautiful addition to any tree. It's a cheap pouring surface. And as you can see, I have all dark colors that you will never see yellowing in. Okay, here we go. Oh, let's see if we can figure out the light here. Oh, the light's going to be a pain. This one that I added the little puddle pool to. Look at how pretty it filled up right there. Okay, and then here's the last one. So once these are cured, I will put the twine back in them and I will post them in the Facebook group. I want to thank you all for watching, and if you have any questions, leave them below. I hope you guys are all having a great day and happy pouring.